These aircraft carriers can destroy the world in minutes. In the grand scheme of military supremacy, the role of aircraft carriers is as important as the Trojan Horses for the Greek victory in the epic Iliad. Simply put, without having a strong aircraft carrier in the Navy, a nation cannot simply boast about being reckoned as an intimidating military force. Often called the undisputable leviathans of naval arsenal, aircraft carriers are massive sea vessels that have the ability to project tactical air power over long distances, including air interdiction, anti-surface warfare, offensive and defensive counter-air, airborne electronic attack, and airborne electronic warfare. It is not just a mere big vessel, it carries the pride of the Navy and symbolizes prestige for the national military. So today, we will make a countdown of the top 10 aircraft carriers in service right now, which can absolutely destroy the world in minutes. What makes these aircraft carriers so symbolically large and powerful? The hallmark manifestation of American military might is large-deck, nuclear-powered aircraft carriers which let U.S. warfighters launch devastating air assaults on enemy troops on land or at sea for months at a time, striking hundreds of targets each day with pinpoint accuracy. They also don't need onshore bases to carry out their tasks, unlike some other warfare systems. Aircraft carriers operate in international seas when deployed, offering a presence that may be enhanced or withdrawn depending on the circumstances. Should the circumstances call for it, the aircraft carrier and air wing crew will be ready to carry out any operation, from inconspicuous surveillance to strikes and all in between as soon as they arrive. Also, these fascinating gigantic aircraft carriers have a full-length flight deck that allows them to transport, arm, deploy, and retrieve aircrafts. These massive ships, which serve as the flagship of a naval force on the waterfront, accommodate a variety of aircrafts, including fighters, attack planes, and helicopters. There are currently 41 operational aircraft carriers in use by 13 different militaries across the globe. Amongst these, we bring to you today the strongest of the aircraft carriers that could potentially destroy the world, and one shocking revelation about the number one on our list. Still interested? Let's dive in. Number 10, CHAKRI NARUBET, Thailand. The Spanish-built aircraft carrier ship has been serving the Royal Thai Navy since 1997, and it is actually the first of all aircraft carriers ever commissioned by any Southeast Asian nation. It can onboard a range of fighter planes and helicopters like the AV-8S Matador, Seahawk, and Chinook. Added to a battery of short-range missiles, operations are currently underway to get more defensive weapons in order to increase its international competency compared to the other ships in this list. Number 9, CAVOUR 550, Italy. If you think flagship of Italian Navy, the name CAVOUR should come first to your mind. The 9th largest aircraft carrier in the world has a full load of displacement of 30,000 tons. The showstopper of Marina Militare has a 232.6 meter times 34.5 meter flight deck that can handle fixed-wing aircraft like the AV-8B Harrier and JSF, as well as helicopters like the EH-101, AB-212, NH-90, and SH-3D. CAVOUR could accommodate up to 1,292 people, including troops, while its short-range defense systems, cannons, and decoy launchers are among the armament's defenses against a variety of threats. The power plant, which includes 4 22 MW megawatt AVIO GELM 2500 gas turbines, has a maximum sustained speed of 29 knots. Number 8, Sao Paulo, A121, Brazil. Weighing at more than 32,000 tons at full load, this CLEMENCAU-CLASS aircraft carrier is currently the world's 8th largest aircraft carrier. Originally belonging to the French Navy, now it is commissioned by the country of Brazil. For defense against surface and airborne threats, the ship's weaponry comprises SACP Crotal EDIR systems, Simbad launchers, and naval guns, and can carry 1,920 people, including 1,338 of the ship's company and 582 in air group crew. Sao Paulo's is still one of the most powerful conventionally built aircrafts in operation, with 6 boilers generating 126,000 shaft horsepower for propulsion at a maximum speed of 32 knots. Not only that, its flight deck can accommodate an impressive number of 39 aircrafts, including fighters, fixed-wing aircraft, and helicopters. Number 7. Charles de Gaulle, France. Number 7 on our list is the colossal Charles de Gaulle, the biggest airship in Western Europe, and the first nuclear-powered carrier in service belonging to the nation of France. The vessel has a full load displacement of 42,000 tons and can take 1,350 in ship's crew and 600 of Air Wing's crew. The onboard power plant consists of K-15 pressurized water reactors and could provide a speed of 27 knots. These impressive stats are a result of a 6-month refit that the ship underwent in 2013 and can now support the operations of 40 fixed-wing aircraft and helicopters, including Rafale M, Super Intendard, E-2C Hawkeye, SA-365 Dauphin, EC-725 Caracal, and AS-532 Cougar. Number 6. INS VIKRAMADITYA, India, the largest warship of Indian Navy in service. It is a 283.5 meters long KIEV-CLASS aircraft carrier that began its commission in 2013. Not many would know this, but it actually served under the Soviet and Russian Navy under the name Baku and Admiral Gorshkov respectively. Bought by India in 2004, INS VIKRAMADITYA can transport up to 36 aircrafts, including 26 Mikoyan MiG-29K multi-role fighters and 10 Kamov Ka-31 AEW&C and Kamov Ka-28 ASW helicopters, while having a displacement of 45,400 tons. Number 5. Liaoning, China. Initially developed as a part of the Admiral KIEV-CLASS of airships for Soviet Union, this ship was also known by the names Riga and Varyag, and for long enjoyed the status of being the only aircraft carrier in service of the People's Republic of China. You will probably not believe it, but this now magnificent carrier was actually bought in 1998 by the Hong Kong-based Chonglot Travel Agency to be made into a floating casino, but that plan never got off. The ship was then handed to Ukraine and then to China, and finally refitted in Dalian shipyard to be ultimately commissioned into service in September 2012. Its flight deck could accommodate up to 50 aircraft, including fixed-wing planes and helicopters, like anti-submarine warfare rocket launchers, Type 1030 CIWS, and HQ-10 missiles. It has a displacement of more than 58,000 at full load and is propelled by a steam turbine. Number 4. Admiral Kuznetsov, Russian Federation. Kuznetsov is the 4th biggest aircraft carrier in the world, built at the Nikolaev South Shipyard. With a full load displacement of 58,500 tons, it is the only operational aircraft carrier in the Russian Navy. The ship could host 1,960 crew members, 626 aircrew, and 40 flag staff, while onboarding the spacious 14,700 meters squared flight deck with Su-33 MiG-29K and Su-25 UTG UPB STOVL fighters, as well as Ka-27S, Ka-27LD-32, and Ka-27 PLO helicopters. The arsenal includes AK-630 AA guns, CADS ID-1 Kashtan CIWS, P-700 Granite anti-ship cruise missiles, and RBU 12,000 UDAV-1 ASW rocket launchers. This Russian aircraft carrier is powered by a steam turbine propulsion system with a maximum speed of 32 knots. Number 3. Queen Elizabeth-CLASS, UK. The Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers weighing 65,000 tons, are the largest warships ever constructed for the British Royal Navy. The aircraft carriers are powered by 2 Rolls-Royce MT-30 gas turbines and 4 diesel generator sets, totaling 109 MWE. The vessel's propulsion system allows them to sail at a maximum speed of 25 knots. For self-defense against asymmetric threats, each vessel in the class is equipped with a PHALANX CIWS 30mm guns and miniguns. The Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers are 3 times bigger than the Invincible-class aircraft carriers and can accommodate up to 40 rotary and fixed-wing aircraft. The first ship in the class, HMS Queen Elizabeth, started sea trials in June 2017 and is slated to enter service in 2020, while the second ship, HMS Prince of Wales, is expected to be operational by 2023. Number 2. NIMITZ-class, USA. The NIMITZ-class is the world's second biggest aircraft carrier, with a full load displacement of 97,000 tons at a massive length of 332.8 meters. They have a 4.5-acre flight deck capable of carrying over 60 aircrafts. Named after the World War II U.S. Pacific Fleet commander, Fleet Admiral Chester W. Nimitz. Each ship rises 20 floors above the sea and can house 3,000 to 3,200 ship's company, 1,500 air wing personnel, and 500 additional crew members. The Nimitz class is propelled by 2 nuclear reactors with a maximum speed of more than 30 kT. Armament against potential threats include the Sea Sparrow missiles, PHALANX close-in weapon system, and rolling airframe missiles stationed on the vessel. But, shockingly, according to recent news, they will be soon replaced by the number 1 in this list. Without further ado, here is the biggest aircraft carrier that can overpower the second place with its potential of destroying the world in minutes. Number 1. Gerald R. Ford class, USA. The first carrier in this class, the USS Gerald R. Ford CVN-78, was delivered to the U.S. Navy in May 2017, with first operational capability expected in 2020. This is currently the next generation military vehicle of the leading naval power of the world, so you can only imagine its massive power. With a full load displacement of 100,000 tons, Gerald R. Ford class is presently the flagship aircraft carrier of the U.S. Navy, in addition to being the world's largest. The CVN-78 has a 78-meter wide flight deck with an electromagnetic aircraft launch mechanism and sophisticated arresting gear, with the capacity to carry more than 75 aircrafts and 4,539 personnel, including ship's company, air wing, and other support staff. The Gerald R. Ford is powered by 2 A-1B nuclear reactors, which have a capacity that is 250% more than the Nimitz class. Amongst the weaponry on board, RIM-162 evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, rolling airframe missiles, and PHALANX close-in weapon system are evidently noticeable and add formidable power. Let us know which aircraft carrier caught your eye in our list of the strongest in the world. Do you have a favorite of your own? Let us know in the comments below. But before that, please don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on evolving military technology around the world.